Now, the Federal Executive Council had, on July 13, 2023, approved a new contract for advanced technological solutions aimed at tracking crude oil cargo from Nigeria to various destinations. Findings, however, reveal that a similar contract for the cargo tracking system was awarded in March 2023 to a consortium of 5 companies, bringing the federal government under scrutiny and the lingering conflict of possible contract duplication and perceived policy inconsistencies with the role of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, and other relevant agencies being questioned. Now, to help us take a look at the confusion around this, I have joining me in the studio a legal practitioner and senior advocate of Nigeria, Chikozolo Ojukwu. Welcome to News Night.
Ngozi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, this, first off, the questions around institutional memory, corruption, procurement process in government over time. Those questions have consistently been there. But one wonders how the Federal Executive Council, having given a contract, awarded a contract in 1 year, year after is awarding the same contract on the same particular, product, if you like. What exactly is missing here?
Thank you very much for that. The concept that government is a continuum.
Right.
It's a concept that has a general acceptance. Be that as it may, in this case, the Federal Executive Council did not award a duplicate contract. That is not correct.
Okay. So
the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria always presides over the Federal Executive Council. And the President is a diligent and a very hardworking President. And he reads through all his memos. What, in this case, is the 2023 award issued by the Federal Executive Council, presented by the NSC. Now, the NSC is the National Shipping Council. Their duty relates to coordinating shipping activities. But Nigeria has its highest, income through crude oil.
Right.
And the National Assembly thought it wise to unbundle that sector. And the Petroleum Industry Bill was enacted, which was signed into law in August 2021, thereabout, and it became a PIA. That PIA governs and regulates the conduct of all the agencies you have mentioned, like the NUPRC. So the duties of the NUPRC, their regulatory functions, cannot be given to a private company.
Right.
So, and they have...
So what you're saying, if I understand you, is that the Petroleum Industry Act empowers the Nigeria Shipping Council.
No, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission.
Right.
To determine how crude oil is managed in Nigeria, to the exclusion of every other person,
right,
including the Federal Executive Council.
Okay.
So, in other words, the Minister of Petroleum today is the President. The President cannot wake up and issue somebody a license over an oil well or a field, as it were, before. So those discretionary awards have been removed by the operation of the law. But let me get to this issue of the crude tracking.
Yes.
Now, what happened is the NUPRC, without going through the Federal Executive Council, could actually have awarded that. But it had a component of payment that is above the NUPRC threshold.
Well, are you saying in the first instance?
In the first instance.
Award?
In the first instance.
Right.
They could.
In the first, the first time the contract was awarded.
No, I mean, even at that time.
Right.
They could, if they had made a decision or a determination that it is necessary for Nigeria.
Does it matter the value of the contract that would determine whether the NUPRC could go ahead and determine you know, without going to FEC.
Okay, let me say, in this instance, NUPRC went to FEC for approval because the money is beyond the approving threshold. So usually, in line with the Procurement Act, I listened to Dr. Sam saying procurement, that the institutional memories and all. No, that is not the point here. The people who awarded the first contract did not follow the due process of the law.
Okay.
And they usurped the power of the NUPRC, the commission. Now, issue of crude.
Do we know the value of the contract that was given at the time?
No, it's not. It's not monetary. It's not like a monetary sum. They are given a contract in which they said they want to track vessels. And now, if you see
of crude going out of Nigeria,
not crude. Okay. That is the point.
Right.
That is not crude. They monitor everything.
Every vessel.
Every
leaving
vessel.
The shores of Nigeria.
Now, but this one is specifically crude. And Nigeria, for instance, earned in 2022 $45 billion approximately from crude oil. Now, what they intend to generate over a period of 15 years from this contract is about, let's say, $2 billion. Now, how do you take out something like crude oil monitoring from a regulatory agency that is in charge of it and give it to someone else who at the end of the day is returning to the coffers of government something like $2 billion?
So that's a bone of contention.
No, I'm saying one. Two, the NUPRC is the commission that has the mandate to issue anything in respect of crude, whether it is monitoring, whether it is advanced crude contract monitoring or declaration. It is the responsibility of NUPRC because they issue guidelines, licenses as it relates to upstream operation. And I want to tell you, if you look at section 25 of the PIA, and this section was available at the time they originated their memo and channeled to Federal Executive Council. Okay. And let me go on, madam.
Yeah, very quickly, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that 25, section 25(1) of the PIA says that any decision that will affect upstream production like crude, that decision, no matter which ministry, agency, they should go first to the NUPRC.
So on the basis of that, NUPRC discountenanced the first contract awardee.
That contract would be...
That's what happened.
That contract could be deemed as an unlawful contract.
All right, we'll have to leave it
and there. Then extopicals and non-orito actio in law, from an illegal action or contract, no action can arise.
Right.
Now, we'll
have to leave it there. Thank you so much. Chikosolo Ojukwu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, with the right of reply on the issue of contract award.